Hello gorgeous people who love to scrap, it's Val from Australia. This is the first part of my tutorial on how to make a gorgeous tattered bag. I'm sorry guys, I'm on the floor because I don't have a dining table or craft table anymore. Everything's gone, so I'm on the floor crafting. As I mentioned in my previous vid, this is the bag that I have been making last night, all hand sewn. Everything you see here hand sewn, nothing machine done whatsoever, because my sewing machine has been sold in a yard sale. Ridiculous, isn't it? So anyways, back to the tutorial. What you need is some calico fabric or some nice cotton fabric. I wouldn't say get thin ones. Get you know, something of a good quality weight, not too heavy as in upholstery fabric, but a medium weight one, because you do want your bag to be firm. And some muslin, tea dyed as well as crinkled ones will look exceptionally gorgeous for the tattered look, depending on, you know, the type of bag you want to make. So if you want to go shabby chic, you'll probably choose you know, white cotton or pink cotton with laces, or hand-dyed, what you call crochet doilies in pink, or you know, laces or stuff like that. Depending on what you want to make, choose your embellishments accordingly. But this particular bag, I'm going to be making more you know, tattered shabby, not shabby, tattered vintage sort of inspired bag. So it's what I really love at the moment. So I will be doing some shabby chic ones soon, but at the moment I'm sticking to this theme because that's all that I have here available at the moment with me. So calico, wrinkled tea dyed muslin, some coordinating threads depending on, you know, what sort of stitches you want. I have chosen to go with cream to match here, and like a light brown color there, just to accent them, you know, in different parts. Some tea dye lace, like cotton clunny, or is that what you call it, clunny? I don't know, but some crochet lace, some scissors, pair of scissors, some needles, tea dyed, what you call it, tea dye crochet doilies, or doily, depending on, you know, what sort of look you want to achieve. For this bag, I have decided to go with this particular hand dyed doily. Isn't it gorgeous, people? I can pretty much just eat this. Oh, I love doily, and I've tea dyed this one, and it came out super beautiful. And because I only tea dyed it recently, it smells like coffee. Smells yummy. I've just had another spare piece of doily here in case I need to, you know, embellish it with something. So I've just got that here also. And I've got some tulle. This is really soft fine tulle, so in case I want to make a flower or something to embellish it, that's what I've got here handy. So that's all you pretty much need. So depending on what type of bag you want, think about your embellishments and stuff like that. Now if you want to put flowers on there, grab as many things as you like. I just want to make it simple but still elegant and functional to use. So that's what I've got so far, and I won't be too long to show you what to do next. Okay, welcome back. First of all, what you need to do is decide on how big, like for example, how wide or how long you want your bag to be. So this particular calico that I have cut out is actually about 60 centimeters long. I don't know what that converts to in inches, probably about maybe 30 inches, I don't know, but for those who know their maths, can, you know, convert 60 centimeters into inches. So it's only a rough estimate, but depending on, you know, what size you want your bag to be, large, small, you can just work accordingly. But I want my bag to be similar size to this, maybe a tad smaller. So I've made it about 60 centimeters long and about I would say 15 centimeters wide across here. So that's pretty much all you need, and the bag works from just this piece of fabric, and then you can just form your bag. Really simple. That's it. It's ridiculous, people. So what you need to do, because I don't have a sewing machine, everything will be done by hand. So once you measure out your piece of fabric, what you need to do is just find, you know, pretty much how deep you want your bag to be. So I've just made a crease down here of how far I want my, like how long I want my bag to be. So around about probably that's how much I want my bag to be. So depending on how long you want your bag to be. So I don't want to guess in the measurements anymore, but I've just guessed it around about there, because once this would be forming as part of the flap that, you know, that folds down. So I don't want it to be too long down here, because I want the doily to be around about overlapping, or, you know, covering this particular fabric to about there. So if you make it really long, it's going to look not nice. So depending on what you want, but for me, that's how I've decided to have it, about almost halfway from the top to bottom, so almost about halfway there. So so once you've decided where, you know, what sort of size you want, just crease them so you know where to work from, so you're not trying to guess you know, where your folds are and stuff like that. So just crease it, calico or cotton, so it works really well. So just crease there. You don't have to crease the top part, because once you form down here, you know how to fold the top part accordingly. From there, then you need to hem this particular part here. And to hem, all you do is, you don't even have to hem, but, you know, I want to give it a nice, what you call it, thickness to the top here. So it just gives it a bit of shape up the top here. If you don't fold the hem, it's going to look frayed like this, and it's going to be a bit wonky, not so firm. So I just want to give it a bit of firmness. That's why I fold it here. So you fold it once. You can iron it, or you can crease it with your fingers like I mentioned. My iron's gone too, so it's all hand done, every single bit. About, I would say, half an inch, and then half an inch again, and then just fold it across there. What you will do next is stitch all the way across here, doing a running stitch, you know, like when you make flowers and stuff like that, in and out, in and out, in and out, all along the top here in the you know, threads or color stitches that you have decided to go with. So I won't be too long. Once I've done that, I will be back to show you guys what I have done. Okay guys, welcome back. As you can see here, I've sewn across here with the two different colored threads. If you do have a sewing machine, all you do is just run across there. You don't have to use the two different colored stitches as I have here, but it just adds a bit of contrast and different sort of shades to your, you know, to your work, and it just makes it really intricate. So if you've got a sewing machine, just run your stitches across here, depending if you want 2 stitches or not. If you haven't got a sewing machine, you'll be doing what I did here, just in and out as close as you can, all the way across here, and just finish it off there. Because of the actual doily that I've got here has got really big holes, it's not going to work out quite good as the other one. You see, as with this particular one here, because it's like a tighter weave, it's not a doily, this is the muslin, so I could just, you know, sew it straight across there and leave this edge raw here to give it a bit of texture there. But as I was thinking, on this particular one, I don't think I'll be able to do that, because it might start fraying if I just, you know, if I just like chop it up here and just sew it on like this one here, it's gonna fray, or it's not gonna look very nice, because the holes here are a lot bigger. So to compensate that, I have folded it over, fold the piece just over towards the back, which is the inside, like this, and I have started to stitch front and back across here, so that it would be a lot firmer and there's no exposed threading. Once I finish sewing in and out across at the top here, I will cut the back here, but because it is securely stitched, this side as well as this side, there will be less fraying, and it will be more hardier, for example. So once I finish stitching across there and chop it off, I won't be too long, I'll be right back. If you do have a sewing machine, all you do is go straight across there with your sewing machine, and 5 seconds later you're done. Stay tuned. Okay guys, I have finished stitching across here, and as you can see here, I've just flipped the doily over the fabric and stitched in and out, and left a bit of room here, about, I would say, 1.5 centimeters, so half an inch if you want to give it, or a little bit more if you want to stop it fraying, you know. So that's just so that if it does fray, it's got all that room to fray before it gets up here. So turn it over and then stitch it all the way across. So once I've done that, sorry guys, it's getting dark here, so the lighting's not so good. So once you've stitched that across there, I have actually tack the actual doily onto the fabric, so they're both one piece now. So what I'm going to do next, as you can see there, I've just laid down my doily and then put the fabric, the calico fabric on top. You see how that's the part that goes up, and that's where you know, open it to put all your money or your keys or stuff like that in, and then the flap goes down like that. So from that point, line it up to where you want your depth to be, like how deep you want your bag. Mine's around about there because I want it to give that flap showing just a little bit off the center. You see the center is about there, so just up from the center, just a little bit off there, so that I've got the doily hanging off there. As you can see, that's forming the bag already, and isn't that looking so pretty with the vintage doily on there? Isn't that just gorgeous? So I will show you the next part. So once you've chosen the depth that you want, like how deep you want your bag, what you will be doing is, you see how that's raw there? What you'll be doing, if you've got a sewing machine, just stitch right down there. And because you don't have to go across here, because it's one piece of fabric and you've just folded over, all you really need to do is just stitch down here. I like my edges raw because I wanted a tattered sort of look, so I didn't, you know, hem these or anything. But if you want it to hem that, you can, but because I'm making it tattered vintage, really shabby, or not shabby, really distressed sort of looking, I've just left all the fray edges there, as you can see, and I love it. So that's how I'm having it. So the more simple you leave it, the easier it is for you. So what I'm going to do now, once I finish sewing that part and deciding how deep I want my bag, I'm just going to sew the two together, in and out, in and out, in and out, all the way down here on this side and on this side also. As I was saying, if you've got a sewing machine, all you need to do is just go zoop all the way down there and all the way down here. If you've got your sewing machine, while you're at it, just go all the way up here, all the way across, and all the way back, and that's pretty much it. But because I don't have a sewing machine, I'll be doing it by hand. So from here all the way up here, all the way across, and all the way down, so in and out. So get your needles and thread ready and start sewing, and try and leave it a bit of room here, about a half an inch off the edge, so you give it a room in case it frays or stuff like that. So half an inch or so off the edge here, not from the doily part, from the calico, because you can see there I snipped the calico so that it's within the doily, because I like the doily to, you know, have the scallop edges here. So I left my fabric, I cut it smaller than the actual doily itself. So what you do is sew about a centimeter in, which is about half an inch in, all the way across and all the way down like that. Okay, and that will pretty much form your bag for you. We'll be right back once that's finished.